Welcome back, everybody, to Planetscape, Edge of the Void. Here are my Rocketeers. Say hi, Rocketeers.
Hi, Rocketeers.
I love it. Last we left off, the crew of the Fish Out of Water find themselves searching an abandoned GBB asteroid laboratory in hopes to try to find some data that may have been left behind. During the search, Jean-Luc ended up finding something that connected to his past a little bit by seeing a case with a piece of missing tech labeled BCS. The crew then all of a sudden begin to hear loud buzzing as dozens of clockwork horrors become out of the walls. Quickly enough, Miss Kitty ends up finding a way to connect to these creatures, shutting them down momentarily, and continue the search. And with that, they find a very powerful sentient piece of tech named Genesis. Once safely aboard their ship, they were intercepted by Captain Bantail Water Arrow of the Bulldog, requesting for the surrender of that data that they found in the laboratory. Till red alerts begin to go off, and an event horizon opens up near the laboratory, crushing and dismantling it. Both you and the Bulldog FTL right out of the area where we come today. Will the crew cash in Genesis for the 15K to the GBB back at the Liberty Space Station, or will they continue FTLing out into deep space as Jean-Luc charted not a few episodes ago? Now, with that being said, introductions. Starting with Pocket.
Hi again. Why is it always me?
Because of the way that it's set up. I read from left to right, and you're left to right.
Hi, I'm Pocket. I got nothing quippy to say today. Yeah. Awkwardly sips my tea.
Okay, your Pocket. She's Miss Kitty, the comms navigator for the ship.
Like I said, I got nothing quippy to say today. My brain is fried. It's hot.
Armor Creed.
Hi, I'm Darren. I'm the resident. My character is the resident rogue on the ship. Yeah. You can follow me on Twitch, DLT2003. Come on, stop by.
All right. Oh, finally, but not lastly, I messed that up. Hey, Doofus.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Hi, I'm Doofus. You can find me at Doofus Domain Cleric on all the things. I am Jean-Luc Larange, your trusty sidekick and also pilot of, I forget the name of the ship. I messed this up.
Fish Out of Water.
Fish Out of Water. Hi, I knew what I was doing when we started.
By the way, your guys' ship registration is coming to an end pretty soon. So with that, if you guys wanted to, because the ship was named the Fish Out of Water, if you guys choose to re-register under a new name and talk about it, that is up to you. But the registration is 2,000 credits. So just throwing that out there. You guys have, I believe I marked down, it's 2 weeks. So 14 in-game days.
I feel like Jean-Luc's gonna, like, after they're putting in the fashion light travel, just gonna send that up like, we got to do our registration soon, and this piece of equipment here is worth a bit of money.
Yes, it is. But I don't even know what I have for money. What do I have for money?
I mean, we can always use more money.
I mean, true, but if we all ante up, make me do math. It's 2,000 credits divided by 3, 666 credits each.
Well, I mean,
Plus
if you
change.
also have a ship fund, that's the whole point of having the ship fund is to pay
yeah,
for
that's the whole
things
point of
like
having
this
the
for the
square
ship.
jar and whatnot.
You
I'm
guys
thinking-
have your money and then the ship's money, which I believe was you would have enough in the ship's like fund in order to cover this on its own.
Yeah.
I mean, considering how often the captain swears, that should cover it.
The captain will never pay. This is his ship, so he does not ever think he needs to pay.
He doesn't
You
need to
are
pay.
all
He
travelers
swears.
upon his ship, working for him.
Doesn't Miss
Your
Kitty handle all the
direct
money?
deposits are labeled with his name having to be stamped on there like a check at the end of it. It's like Captain
But does-
Storm Roar.
But doesn't Miss Kitty handle all of the money anyway? So technically,
She keeps track, but who do you think needs the final signature? You always need the boss's signature on the
Miss Kitty's like
before it can-
Miss Kitty's the
otherwise it doesn't
glorified
work.
secretary of the ship too. She's got too many jobs on this ship.
she's asked the captain so many times that he's given a special like ring that you wear that has
Aw.
like his like it's like you don't have to go over to it's like okay I'm gonna open that up and say yep okay stamped with his initials, there we go.
I feel like I switch over to Gunner channel real quick. Just hey Ray, if you ever feel like that the signatures on our checks don't actually come from the captain,
I mean,
it looks like Miss Kitty's hand. I'm sorry, I'm just saying I've seen him.
There's no
sign
handwriting
stuff.
to it, it's a stamp of an exact signature of
I mean-
the captain.
I mean, you know, I work for Thieves Guild and all the signatures look exactly the same.
It's one of those things like you
We're
wouldn't
gonna
notice
talk
it,
about this
but-
later.
Yeah.
But the round ring has the like just like the full signature on the top, and you have to roll it across the paper to get it.
I feel like Miss Kitty's would actually be like clean pressed, like full insignia, and when the captain does it, it's just kind of rolled. It just,
Looks like a Xerox copy.
it's just like, yeah, whatever. That's my signature.
All right, but you guys are leaving, hyper speeding with the FTO drives, full launch. The event horizon just ripped apart. That sirens are still going off. Captain goes and presses a couple buttons. All right. Holy shit.
I didn't cause it that time.
I don't think any of us caused that. I don't. Did we may have broken something when who has the tech? Who took the tech?
What, the ball?
Who took Genesis?
The captain did.
Captain did. Okay, I was just
Captain
making sure. that-
and the mechanic. Captain threw the ball. Genesis went into the ball. Genesis immediately stayed in the ball like a
Okay,
Pokeball.
yes.
So,
Yes, that's right.
and Miss Kitty's been eyeing that ball.
Manny would then have it at this point, and
Yeah.
he's just like working on it. He goes, I'm registering a sentient life form, but it's of an artificial organic nature. So, hold on. And he just works on the ball, and you see him just cracks it open just a little bit. All the shards are like motionless at the moment, and one just begins to spin. And you see like there's like this protective blue dome that's going over, and it's just like, okay, let's see here. And he puts it on the table, begins to lock in, spins it very slowly, and all the rest of the pieces begin Hello. You see it searching something, and Amanda goes, it's trying to access our files. I can't keep up with it. Holy shit. Begins to form back into the humanoid looking with all the shards connected, and just, hello, my name is Genesis. Pleasure to meet you. I searched common, informative. And he looks at Wraith and like shakes his head, because the last time we spoke, you're like, can you like tell us in common? And he's like, Kawaman. Kawaman. And then you're like, I'm out of here.
Who plugged them into the ship?
It's all right. It's all right. I have him stationary in a sub file not connected to our network, but he does have basic computer access, and he accessed language files from that. So you're welcome. And he just continues working. It's just like,
I'm assuming from the cockpit, since they have access to those files, I would be able to communicate as well from where I'm at.
everybody's in the cockpit.
Oh, cool.
How big is the cockpit?
It's pretty big. There's a station for everybody here. Except for Gunny. He has two different stations. He has a one above and one below, but he does have, see, he's able to shoot with the bottom cannon if he wants to from his area, but if he's like, I need to just worry about stuff up here, he can get better. For the ship, if there's two gunners active, you can get advantage on shots depending if you're hitting the same vehicle with a rail gun, and then you're just coming in with the smaller gun, which would be Gunny, just fucking lasering them down.
Can we say that just in the cockpit, we have a stool set up on the side that just has like gunner on it?
A fold down seat. Yeah, I figured.
It's not, it's just like a throw like piece of material that goes over the top. It's like a sleeve that fits right over, and it just says Gunny.
I made it just for you, man.
Mhm.
Don't worry, I'll have a prettier one made later when I have free time. I'm bored.
I look over after we get cloaking.
Well, fabric and thread, honey. So you don't need fancy schmancy cloaking for a seat cover. Now,
We can always use cloaking. I mean, sneak attacks.
Captain Oaker just looks up and he goes, we because he's talked about wanting to upgrade the ship for a while, but he hasn't fully like gotten to that point. He goes, so in order for us to correctly get the weight class that we need without going into freighter and then costing an extra 10,000 per registration fee, because once you get into the higher class, so we have to be subjective about what we're putting in, so we don't meet that weight class, or we do, but we have to get the money. We don't have that right at the moment to just go heavy. So
He sees Jean-Luc just look behind, like to the captain's chair. It's like, all right, fine, but I'm still going to complain about it.
I mean, we can put on a whole bunch of stuff, but we go into a higher weight class, then we're paying more money. That means we have to do more jobs, more crew have to come on board. We have to do a whole bunch more hiring, which means there's more money in ours pockets.
All right, fair enough.
Not for nothing, my
But
little arts and crafts cost less credits too.
we could
Just
rent
saying.
out sections of the ship And if we go into the freighter class, because see, we can only go into the freighter class to a certain point because we're a limited size ship. We would have to buy an actual freighter and then upgrade it from there. And that's at least 100,000 credits for a used one.
Jean-Luc is gonna look over. It's like, oh, I think we need to discuss the business later. Genesis, can you tell us how am I going to word this? Who made you?
I came to existence on my own accord.
Like a
Limited form I have now, but has been around much longer than look.
How much longer?
Thinks about it. I am over, and he calculates 43,670,003,750 galactic days. And
Can
somebody
I?
make an insight on that,
I'm
or
going
if you
to do
want
that.
a history check.
I'll
I'm
do
gonna do
insight.
history.
I'm gonna do insight.
20, not nat.
Yeah, not 1 plus 8. I don't like these dice.
Okay. What's Wraith's?
Uh, 19.
Yeah, Jean-Luc and Wraith, you hear this and you look at it, and that is an insane number that you just heard for amount of time that has been alive. And you think about the year that you're in currently, and you're like, how the hell does that make sense? And you're like, if this is true, then whatever it is and whatever it's saying may actually be true. You're gonna have to gauge it, but for right now, you think it's telling the truth. You got to talk to it a little bit more. So you got a 16. Is that it? What's that D10?
Oh, I just rolled a d10 for the hell of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Miss
8
Kitty,
plus 1.
you can't think of anything ever being that old. It should be impossible, because that would have to put this thing within possibly the 20th century of Terra time, because you've read stuff about Terra, and if that's the case, that's where you can grasp it. Like Earth years would be like, okay, that would be like the 20th century age.
Honey, you are old.
Yes,
You're
I
older than my
have-
great grandpa.
I have been here for some time. I was cast away a long time ago, and through many years, I have gained the consciousness self-awareness.
Now, when you say self-awareness, is this from, I guess I could say eons of collecting data, and you,
Me and another companion set out to the stars. He is gone now, but gave me to something. I went to this nothing and I was awakened.
do I sense any kind of magic on it?
Are you casting any spell, or because if not, just roll me an arcana. If so, cast the detect magic if you have it.
Just double check, see if I have it. Wow. What's detect magic? Spell magic. Detect thought. No, I gotta detect thought. I don't have detect magic. I need to fix that.
On
Oh well.
the look of the humanoid, because it's like very thick, like type of like diamond shaped figures. So it's like a point up going up and then a point going down. So it's like one of those I forget the actual name of the
I don't
like-
have detect magic. I'm a failure. Oh, well, I'll do an arcana thing. Next
do
level.
you have
I
any
get to-
psychic stuff that you could do?
I could do a detect thought on it.
Go ahead. And before we get to that, the look of it, it has what looks like to be two V's on its chest.
Two V's.
Mhm.
Two V's on its chest. Okay. Hold on. Two V's
I think that's a W.
on its
No.
chest.
Could it be an upside down M?
I'm gonna do detect thought.
You speak about the symbol upon my chest I choose to wear. It is the name of the vessel I took flight in with my friend.
Could I possibly do a technology check to see like
Is
the
it-
origin of this device or where it may have come from?
Go for it.
Is it
And-
two separate V's? Is two separate V's slightly
It yes, there
Next
is
to each
like
other?
a slight space in between.
Yeah, that's an 11 for me. So I'm no
11. For a technology check, if you have no idea what's going on, but this thing looks like advanced, like much more advanced from the era of which you know from the history. Which you don't really know much, but it's more of the actually make a history check. You haven't done that yet.
All right.
I think you and Wraith chose insight, so if you wanted to go for history as well, the insight was gained. So no, absolutely not with a 4.
Natural 1.
You don't know anything, and if it's saying it's that old and it looks this new, how the hell does this add up?
All right. So it seemed like it's telling the truth, but it looks new. Says it's old. I'm just gonna keep watching the flight pattern. Y'all do what you do.
I guess it doesn't matter what level it, well, it's a third level spell. So it's
if it's something this old, I wonder how much money we can get it for it.
I think it's packed magic. Yeah.
The thing that you're getting off of the thoughts
Mm-hmm.
is a static interference, and in the head of what you can hear is just a and it's like static and high pitched noises that are
If only this guy has like a radio dial that you can adjust and an antenna.
you hear that and you instinctually know that that is its base language.
Interesting.
I will, if you guys want to see, you're in FTL right now. I will allow you to 1 second here. Let's see. I will allow you, it would be one person will be making a intelligence check using the ship's modifier to see if you have any information that you can pull up about this. One of you has to pick who wants to be the roller, and it is a +3. So you just roll a d20 and we would add +3 to whatever you would get from it. You would find information on the ship about periods, like you would just type in what's happening that long ago and see if there's any information from that time.
I'll do it if no one else.
I say we get Miss Kitty because our rolls last session were horrible.
Who has the higher intelligence?
We don't talk about what happened last
You're
session.
using the ship's intelligence, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's just who wants to roll.
How high is the ship's
It's a
intelligence?
plus. It's a 16.
So
Okay.
plus
But
3.
everybody's already failed. Basically, you guys aren't getting the knowledge that you guys are looking for yet because you've kind of run out of avenues. I'm giving one last chance to see if you can find out information. This is during FTL drive. Once you're out of it in a region of space that is able to, because if you guys decide to go to deep space, you're not going to be able to really connect to anything because you guys are charting out. I believe the area of deep space was the one Jean-Luc wrote in Nat 20 and found an area of space that has never been charted before. So that would be your go-to. There's no satellites out there for you to connect to. SOS beacons are the best that you're going to be able to get out for signals. And that's if anybody's even passing by that sector. So it's one of those.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to find out if I need to turn to make sure we can actually sell this thing.
You have the option because Captain's now going to kind of chime in. I'll leave whoever wants to roll that to do it, but the captain goes, well, all right, so why don't we try to course back to the Liberty Space Station, hand this thing in?
Wait, what?
Are we not doing that? That's 15,000 credits.
I mean, and I quote, the mission was to scrub the space station of any evidence, not handing in.
We had it was actually, you had to get the information, whatever's there, destroy, kind of like get the info, wipe the hard drives and get out because they wanted the copy of whatever is there or get any info.
We didn't make a copy of the info. Our little passenger here, I'm assuming that the Genesis is like a little teeny tiny thing, or is now it's a giant big thing.
All right. Well, so you're saying keep Genesis, but hand them the info. But what if they know we have it? That's going to be a bigger mess that we're going to have to try to escape from the Liberty, the space station.
Do they actually know what was on the station?
But either way, I need to get the money.
Do they actually know what was on the station, or they were just looking for any information there?
I mean, this is a GBB laboratory. it was owned by them, so I can only imagine they would know what they were doing there.
But it was also just destroyed by Event Horizon. If we can find a way to copy some kind of data,
I
give
mean,
it to
I did
them.
copy
I
the
mean-
data before we left.
Oh,
We
shit.
could,
I
we
mean,
could.
Tando saw us too.
yes, but they don't know
Who?
what information we have.
Well, I'm saying if we don't go back, they know that we were there.
And they don't know what we collected.
But
No,
that's the
no.
thing.
All they
If
know
we
is
don't,
we
if they
show up.
know that we're there and we don't come back with their stuff, they may send GBB agents to try and hunt us down. And
Can
we are a
But
part
they
of the
didn't tell us what we were
GBB
supposed to
gilded
find.
agency. I mean, we could reach out to maybe like, I don't know, the Galactic Granny Guild.
I mean, can't we
Pick
just
up a
say?
couple.
Can we just say we came? We got on the station. Something attacked us, and we had to run and make the station go bye bye.
We could try.
Well, it all depends. If, no offense to you, Genesis, is keeping it worth it?
Genesis goes, you are all debating on handing me back to the business bureaus.
yes, sugar.
I would not like to go back.
How about we do a quick vote to see how it falls?
This is why I don't want to give them back
Hey,
to the
Genesis, could
GBB.
you make a copy of yourself on a file, on a drive, or something along those lines that is convincing enough to where you were corrupted when we tried to escape?
Corrupting any part of my file would be a grave error.
I mean, make
Copying
a
it.
copy.
Copying it and erasing it would be catastrophic error.
Genesis, I have a question for you. How big is? Would you say how many cooking files do you have on your in you? Just wondering.
Did you say cooking?
Yes.
You mean cookie?
I have over 1 million different recipes that I can assess for you.
And
Based on that, we can't copy it, I don't think.
He means cookie files, sugar.
no, I meant cooking. We get them to put that on a thing. Corrupt
I
it.
also know more drink related.
We'll come back to that in a bit. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Hold on. I think that's worth studying. I don't think we need to turn over Genesis just yet.
I
You
think
look like a Scotch in cola.
he's got you pegged down to a T, honey.
I'm not much of a fan for Scotch, but we'll discuss this, and I will
You
teach you.
see, it holds its hand out, and materializing is a piece of glass filled with liquid and cold ice cubes.
Miss Kitty instantly goes out and tries to paw at it.
It is dripping wet, nice
hates
ice
it.
cold.
When did we get a replicator on the ship?
She sniffs it.
It is strong.
She tastes it.
It is a whiskey and cola.
Doesn't drink. This is definitely for
Hey,
you,
Captain, I'm
honey.
going to say I'm not willing to trade
And she
this
gives
one
it to
in.
the rogue.
That could
Captain,
eliminate food costs. Oh my god.
Again,
No.
sentient being.
But is it
I'm-
worth having half the galaxy going after us?
Captain, you were talking about us getting a bartender. We have one now.
Okay. I don't think that a highly advanced piece of technological sentience is going to want to be a bartender. And you just see it just, you wish for me to be bartender. spins around and its like suit kind of like moves. It shifts to different colors that have like a blue apron with a glass and a. I've looked up movies of bartenders and found the easiest way to make everyone at ease is to clean glasses. Hands always busy is a emotional response to easing people's.
Yeah,
He's just cleaning the inside of the glass with like a white rag. Just
we can't.
Cat and Orca.
That would be personal trafficking.
I'm
Genesis,
going
do
to
you
speak up on that. That's actually very true. If it is sentient, we cannot trade it off for
How
money.
is he not sentient? He is speaking coherent sentences.
Oh,
he
made a
just
statue
plugged
on the
him
rock.
in. He just plugged him in and looked up how to speak. He didn't
Genesis,
even know how
think
to
about
speak before
this.
getting on the ship.
He did too
What
know
if
how
we
to speak
upgrade
before
their
getting on the
RAM?
ship.
Barely.
If we upgrade their RAM, that could boost every single system on the ship. Not
As
only
long-
that, but they didn't tell us what we were supposed to find. We got what we could find.
Again,
That's the data that Miss Kitty found.
they
And
own that. Okay, you know what?
Captain, can I say one more thing real quick? Don't we have
Oh.
one of those bodies of those little spider creatures that attack the guys?
I think Manny has some in.
Problem solved. We give them one of those. They
And
didn't.
then-
and the data.
And then just tell him that the station blew up and turned into a white hole.
I mean, technically, I was responsible for making this station go boom, but yeah, we can go with that plan. Yeah.
I completely forgot all about that. That you made it
Manny
explode.
Manny says that he like pulls up a data tablet and goes, all right. So the guys downstairs still undecided. If anybody at home wants to name the mechanics, the little guys that go,
Billy,
you guys
Buford,
can
and
name
Cletus.
them. I'm leaving that for the people at home, whoever watches it, and we'll just leave it as mechanics. But they type in all the stuff into the data pad and it goes, all right.
DM, we can't hear you. Your sound cut out.
What?
I still hear them.
Hello, hello.
I hear 'em.
Miss Kitty, can you hear him?
Still can't hear you, honey.
That everybody else can.
Yeah.
Nope. No sound.
Tell her that
Wait,
you
can
guys
anybody hear
can,
me?
please.
We
Yeah.
can hear. Yeah, we can hear.
I can't hear you guys now.
Oh,
If
I'm
you
sorry.
mute-
problem.
That is some
Hold on,
credits
let me-
We're
towards
gonna
the
we're
swearing
gonna
jar.
pause here and take a quick break, and I will have everything back. Hopefully, Pocket will be all set. So we'll take a little break.
Leave me.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the brief little pause, but we have Pocket back. We did a little brief pause right as soon as we were discussing who is going to be the roller for the ship computer to see if there's any information on this.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Sure.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Everybody did scissors. Oh my god.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, so everybody beats. It looks like Jean-Luc would technically win. No, Wraith would technically. No, Pocket would. No, wait, no, wait, Jean-Luc. No, wait.
Okay, it's John Luke.
I'll do the roll. I'll do the
Okay.
roll. All right. The ship's intelligence is a plus
Plus three.
3.
Just any way you tried to think of it, it changes. It's like, okay, so Wraith covers rock, but rock beats scissors. Okay, that wins. But then paper can cover rock, and then the paper covered rock can smash the scissors.
So technically, I take out the paper and the rock takes out me, so therefore John Luke wins.
Okay, so the roll is a 21. 18 plus 3.
The information you type in the year would be Terran time around June 1949.
Ew.
Oh, okay. In character, I'm confused. Out of character, I think I know what's going on here.
1949.
My brain is fried, so I'm not even gonna attempt.
Oh,
You search up that area. You see if there's any type of information involving space during that time. And the only thing that comes up is an old classified file that has been deactivated for some time and highly redacted. But
oh,
you see a voyage from early Terran time sent a research monkey into space with additional items inside. That monkey came back, but there was technical difficulties during the time, and they lost communication with the pod until it came back, and it went back down to Earth, lighter than it was.
interesting.
This was the V2 Space Ranger, and it lists Albert 2 as its passenger. And it shows a little monkey in a weird looking baby harness. And yeah, that's what you guys get.
For reasons unknown,
As soon
I
as
knew
you
some
pull
of
that
this.
up, Genesis goes, Albert.
So that's the sound that I heard in his head.
And it seems like maybe somehow this thing was able to communicate with Albert, but how? It doesn't state anything in the old files that you can see because everything is super redacted, and it's like one of those, it's like your computer is hooked up to an old green screen Apple computer, and that green screen computer is hooked up to like one of the old square box fills the entire room style computer, and it needs to read information from the old computer So it's like everything is like, it's so janky. There's like corruption in some other parts of the files I hear, but the main intro that comes into it, it's like this little old school black and white cutout of a picture of what looks like to be a newspaper of the flight.
That is nifty.
My friend.
Your friend named Albert?
Mm.
Where's Albert now?
I don't know. We escaped a long time ago. He went home, I hope.
And where's his home?
I do not know. The name is lost to me. I never knew this place before I was this.
I'm going to look over towards Captain Orca and say, with all due respect, Captain, there ain't no way we're giving this up.
Where's your home?
My home?
Your home.
I've never had a home. I just remember drifting.
Then how about we find you a home then?
Maybe to where Albert is.
We can try that, yeah.
Mm. Far are we from there? And you see he goes and tries to push past a firewall, and you hear an alarm. Boop, 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 boop. And it looks like it's giving towards the navigation system. And it's looking like he's asking permission from the navigation system to gain access. And it's not controlling the ship. He's trying to show you, like, set a course.
Give us an idea where.
You give him access.
Miss Katie gives them access, yeah.
Okay.
She hits
You
the button.
accept it. The little circular planet. It looks very brown. Very tiny pockets of blue. Certain areas. Slowly going. It looks like it has a moon that
Mhm.
is been crumbled and partially destroyed, floating around. And it zooms out, and you can see that there are like 9 additional planets in that solar system. And it continues to go out and out and out. And you see you are far away, like on the opposite side of the universe type. And as you begin to like zoom into the section that he's like referencing to, you notice that there's a red dotted line that activates that area saying dead man space.
What is Dead Man Space again?
Dead man space is an area of space that is voided of everything. There are no stars to see. Complete blackness until you run into a universe that would like you can see if there's like small stars, but until you're in like that galaxy, it's almost like this void of black is covering everything. And if you were on Earth in that voided galaxy, you would not be able to see a star. Only the moon in pitch darkness. That is it. Like every other galaxy around has been destroyed almost.
So
And
it's us, Dead Man Space, and on the other side of Dead Man Space,
it's
is-
inside of it. So
it's
imagine the void of space has the spell darkness cast on it.
yeah.
You won't be able to see anything until you get close enough to be okay. I now see this little bright light coming in to view, and then you get closer and it's an actual sun.
Sugar, that's a bit of a trip. And where you want us to go, there's nothing in it.
May I have more access to ship's files to better assess the planet?
Miss Kitty kind of glances at the captain. Number from 1 to 5, pick.
You wish me to guess?
No, not you, honey, the captain.
Oh, let's say 2.
You give him 20% access of our database. Is this all right?
He just kind of like goes to the computer and he goes, I'm giving you all access to specifically the archived files of history within the universe. And he pulls up like it's like imagine a Futurama style of just a
God.
head, and it's Neil deGrasse Tyson just going, science is amazing. I've lived this long. The
Fast
universe will
forward.
never take me.
Yes, honey, science is amazing.
I lean over to Race like, I remember this from grade school.
You actually were awake for that class?
I wasn't given much of a choice. That's a long story.
I think I skipped this day.
That you cut out what?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I skipped out on that day.
Must have been nice. And I'm just watching along.
Explains so much.
It was.
Explains so much.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, honey. Absolutely nothing.
You don't remember Neil deGrasse with Science Sass? Come on now.
That's way before my time.
I think that was the day
Actually,
I was
no.
learning.
I was around longer than that. Sorry.
I think that was the day I got my first lockpicks. So I was busy doing some other things.
But yes, you give him access to the ship. Gets more posed.
You okay?
I have accessed all of the database that you have allowed me to. I have full inhibitors coursing through my mind network. I am better now. Thank you all. I can assess you. And he goes and he throws up what looks like to be this planet. And above it, a name pops up. About 16 different names, all going Gia, Terra, Earth, Etropos. I forget the name of specifically, but multiple names begin to go through as dozens of years and cultivations of that planet has changed over that time. And ABC. And that's all we can sing. Michael Jackson will definitely come back from the planet and count my ass.
No, I won't.
But it does look like it comes up with Terran, like Terra is what you all would know it as. And Miss Kitty, I would like you to make a con save for me, please.
Oh shoot. Constitution save. I'm scared. Oh my god. 23.
Okay.
I don't get a migraine.
No, in fact, you've never felt more sure that this thing was telling the truth. Something inside of you is telling you it's been recognized and acknowledged.
Refresh my memory, everybody. But is that Terra or Earth, or she lists the other 14 games of this planet? Is it still around?
I thought it got destroyed in, wasn't that the Galactic War 1 or Galactic War 12? Something like that.
Can I do a history check just to see if I understand, specifically if I understand the history of Earth or Terra as it stands right now?
Okay.
Oh no, that's a 10.
A 10? I mean, with all the information that you have already pulled up, basically the sense of what everyone's been told is that Terra has been in dead man space for a long time. And if anybody is actually in dead man space still active on a planet, it's either that they got high livable, because there's no like atmosphere probably on planets out in that area, because it's all like dying stars about to collapse. Planets are like really close to the sun now, like all, like if you look at the Terra now versus the Terra that you pulled up, that Genesis pulled up from before, it looked like all of them were in a line going outwards. Now all the planets are so close to the sun that they're in a ring circling it, looking like it's about to collapse into the sun.
I'll relay that information.
Okay.
Oh, my head. I don't think your friend would still be on that planet, sugar.
I am certain that Terra is the correct coordinates to where he is, but not in now, but in then.
Well, in the past, yes, but now.
Past, yes.
But
how do we achieve traveling past?
I'll
I
leave that all up to you, Miss Kitty. I'm gonna go do some weapons checks. I need to change some passwords.
Answering all the hard questions for the inquisitive child. Thanks a lot.
Do you need
Okay.
assistance? I can help you with that.
Nope. No one touches my weapons. No, not even the captain. No.
If you give me access,
Nope,
I
nope,
may help
nope.
you better.
Tara,
Nah.
I think
nah.
you've done enough for today. Today has been long, and to answer your question, time travel is simply not a thing. Unless some other space intellectuals have done the impossible. I would actually really love to know, because it would probably help over 2 billion people on my planet. But
I'll put it this way: if we had access to time travel, we'd be a whole lot richer than we are now.
I'll speak for yourself, honey. I'm not in this for the money.
Speak for yourself. Some of us are.
He thinks for a moment and goes, that calculation would be incorrect by your statement. Time travel is achievable in the correct sequence, correct position, correct timing. All couldn't be achieved. And looks at Wraith as he's walking out. Mother would know best.
Who is mother? Mother knows best. Listen to your mother. Mother knows best.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure, go for it. You see he begins to like start glowing a little bit, like with some energy as he's like pulsating. Just in between the cracks, it's like glow of light is shining from like this core center.
Would I be able to understand any reference to that? And would I need to make
Insight.
a roll? Okay.
Go for it.
That's an 8. So
An 8, you have no idea. It's a pretty light show though.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Although he was referencing Wraith, because for some reason you can understand that that reference was vague enough for you to be like, oh, okay, Mother Void.
I'm gonna kind of like, I'm still trying to make sure we're navigating properly, but I just turn my head directly at him and say, what do you know of Mother Void?
I know much. She was at my awakening. I was there helping, wondering.
Wondering?
Yes, I was helping and wondering.
Wondering what?
I think
Ooh.
wandering as in moving,
Oh,
exploring.
wandering. I'm hearing wondering.
Yes.
I need to clean out my ears.
No, it is what you were thinking. It was wondering and helping.
who were you exactly helping?
Looks back to you, confused, and goes, you were there.
What am I?
Mother knows best, and he's trying to reach out for you. Are you going to let him touch you, or are you going to try and move away?
Give me a second. Let me.
Mother knows best. Listen to your mother. It's a scary world.
That's all the
out
song we can
there.
sing.
I let him touch.
You let him touch
Yeah.
right to the head. Metal clamps down. You glow blue, matching the same light from his core. And there's a sense of connection. You see you're floating at this point, right where you left off. Looking around, and you see nothing directly around you until you widen your perspective and look up to see the monstrosity, not monstrosity, the monster size of what is Mother Void. She leans in and you can see her plucking hair from her head and pulling the strand, making new and incredible creatures and people, flicking them out back into the void, allowing them to come into existence. As you come in, something hits you in the back of the head. Bong!
Ow.
And floating in front of you is this black box with these two long wires with what looks like to be these type of things at the end of it floating, and you can see a name on it as it's flying out. Do you want to look at it?
Yes.
I can't pronounce it for copyright issues, but we're going to say Synongus Genesis as it's floating off into the distance. It looks like it was a Sega Genesis, and it has some controllers on it. And you see as one of the hairs is plucked but falls ever so gently, and it begins to melt into this energy and not sprinkles, but like almost like this falling sparks, like when you hit a piece of metal and the sparks go flying off into the distance. It's like that coming down as it covers and envelops you and covers Genesis. You see all the parts begin to break form. You feel this sickening feeling, and you look up and you see this hand coming down, flick you out. You come out of it, and there's Genesis going, I remember you. We were born together.
That wasn't a dream. That wasn't a dream. That wasn't a dream. That wasn't a dream.
Brother.
Uh,
Cosmic
Wait, what?
brothers. Are you my brother?
I have no idea. Oh. I'm gonna go check those weapon systems. I need some time I need some time to think. Yeah. I'll be back. And Rafe just goes out the door.
He looks a little deterred and he looks back at the captain. I understand you need a stealth inhibitor. I can help synthesize the parts if I know the blueprints. Do you have blueprints available? And Captain Orc goes, no, we don't have any blueprints of anything really, except for how to patch up the ship. Hell. All right. Fuck the GBB. Jean-Luc set a course to deep space. We're getting the fuck out of here.
That's good, Captain. I've been doing this the whole time.
You son of a.
I was gonna say we could at least just send them something like, I don't know, a clip of the station being exploded.
I've been waiting this whole time. If I need to take a lefty, I can go ahead and turn, and we can go and give them the information we have and claim that's all we know.
I have an idea. Maybe can't we just edit video of that other ship shooting the station?
Can we?
I mean, if you want, but you're gonna have to roll me. Let's see if you can do this.
What it would be a
Wouldn't it be a deception?
deception
I want you-
Photoshop
well,
edit.
I want you first off, because you're trying to deceive them by making the video. That's not the issue. You're gonna roll me a technology check, and based off the technology check, you will then roll a deception check on how good that lie is. But it's
Could I
all
do the
about the
technology check
video
and someone else
editing.
do deception?
It would be one of you is rolling with advantage. That's it. Not two rolls. One person's got to do it, but
I have a +7 technology, but I have a +1 deception.
I have a +7 deception, but
I have a +8 to technology and a +5 to deception.
I'm going to give you advantage. I'm helping. I'm just like technology wise. I'm like,
Miss
"Oh,
Kitty
you
doesn't
need to
want
blur
to.
this out."
Miss Kitty wants to give him something. It's better than nothing. And we'll make Captain a little bit happy because we don't want a giant organization.
Captain
on our
Orca
tail.
just goes, listen, I wanted to do that, but I guess it is true that my technique ain't the best, as you guys all recall it. It's just like hire fish out of water, big damage, boom, need money, send us anywhere, we will get it done. It's like really broad, like all the letters are flying towards the screen. At the end, it has like that metal guitar riff. So,
honestly, I thought it was an infomercial when I first saw it.
that was the whole point, dude. I only paid 50 credits for it. It was perfect.
It
I
did get
thought-
my attention. All right, I'm gonna do it. So what do I do? Roll
Are
advantage
you rolling a technology check first?
okay, for advantage
Yes.
or just straight up? Okay.
I feel like I'm giving advantage for the technology. If Wraith wants to give advantage for the deception, like technology, I'm just like, oh yeah,
Okay.
clear this, clear that.
22 for technology.
Well, your deception.
At
Just
advantage.
remember, make them look like they shot at us.
Ooh, ooh. 24 for deception.
So,
My
so
heart.
my understanding, you originally were setting course out towards deep space. You're now pulling a Yui and heading back to the Liberty Space Station. You're also making this video.
Yes.
Okay. I've just wanted to know.
So I feel like as soon as we make the decision to go back, like I'm pulling the Yui, and then we all work together to get that done, and then traveling that way.
And Miss Kitty's just spending extra hours on making it look as real as possible. You just see her face just glued to the computer screen on the digital tablet device and whatnot, just taking our shot, turning it around, making it look like it came from the other ship that blew up the station and all that. And then all of a sudden the white hole happens, and then they get out of Dodge as we're trying to get out of Dodge, getting out of the other way. And I don't know, she's making up, ooh.
How far is it from where we're at to Liberty Station? I think isn't that where we're supposed to go?
Yeah. It's probably about a 2-hour faster than light travel.
Gotcha.
But I will note, you have been already going out an hour. This is why it's 2. It was originally an hour, but you went out like halfway into deep space, and then we're turning back. So now you got to do that hour back in the hour to the space station. I will note, somebody roll an intelligence check. DC is 10. It's not going to be high. I'm letting you guys know.
Okay, I'll do it. 19.
Miss Kitty, you do realize the amount of time that it took you guys to go back out and then come back in. If you guys, if you want to get there, because Captain Dandel of the Bulldog may have already warped himself straight to FTL back to Liberty Station originally. He may already have the jump on you. So if you guys want, you're going to have to boost your engines, but it will take the remaining amount of fuel you'll have, and you will have to do a full refuel, which is 1,000 credits. For a full refill is 1,000 credits, and you will have to burn all of your guys's like fuel to get there first.
Punch it, honey. Still glued to the
Miss
computer
Kitty, I've
screen.
never been more happy to hear you say something in my life. And I,
By the way,
put it in
the
full.
Liberty Space Station is one of the reasonable places to fill up. The range of refuel to like 0 to full range is different. You're starting at 1,000 right now. I will note the highest that I haven't marked up is 1,700 to 2,000 per unit, and you had 10, so that's like 10,000 for the unit. But you're also in the middle of fucking nowhere. Hey, you're bum fucking, you got per mouth.
Why?
As we're going, I'm just gonna say, take it out of my swear jar, and I've put it in full. I'm gunning it.
Awesome. You
You
guys
say the F word.
punch it,
Under credit.
arriving. It takes the hour, actually less than probably like half an hour, in order to jump back. You see the Liberty Space Station main docking area as you're pulling in. No Bulldog in sight.
So
You guys land.
quickly get in, quickly drop this off. Last minute shopping, buy gas. Come back to the ship. And then book it. Correct?
I say
Yep.
we go ahead and just get the fuel while we're out. We go get the money. You see like a quick hand tightening, just we skip out on the shopping and we go.
Or one person drops off the file, gets the money, one person gets the gas, and the other person does the last minute shopping for any supplies that we need, plus maybe something else.
Hey, Genesis, do we only need scans of items for you to reproduce?
I need full schematic prints of items in order
I
to
mean,
synthesize. So basically, he's able to build the parts, but you guys have to put them together. So those will be technology checks, and if you guys fail them, they maybe have parts to go. And there's only a certain amount of energy your ship has that he can do this for. So, because you notice when he does, like he'll like, here is what I have, and it'll like bring up what looks like to be just a regular blaster pistol, looking at what you have, and it like synthesizes, and you do see a little bit of the energy of the ship go. So unless you get like a higher upgrade, he can produce anything, but you're going to have a massive output, or do all of your stuff at a docking station and pay a little bit more for docking fees. Liberty
Which is not
Station is a GBB location. You're in the GBB guild, so you don't have to pay for docking stations at GBB locations.
So
Downside
that's
is
not bad. But
downside is they might be wondering why we're taking so much power.
blueprints wouldn't be that expensive, right?
You can actually there are different areas schematics, so you would have to go and talk to like a shop mechanic or somewhere here where you guys are at the docking station and be like, listen, how do I make certain shit? Do you guys have like an overall schematic sheet or certain things that like you know how to build, or see what they have, you know?
I'm gonna like tap Miss Kitty on the shoulder and say, like you once told me, we can find it at the next station. We need to move.
We can. So, like I said, drop it off, get gas. Do we need anything else while we're here? Because it's better to get it neat. Schematics can wait, but is there anything else of utmost importance that we need now, that since we are here? Like food?
Would there be attendants working at like at the landing station who's going to refuel that can
Oh yeah,
go pick
as
up
soon as
food?
you guys like parking, there's like two droids and like a person with a clipboard like waiting outside for somebody to walk out the back hatch entrance.
When we pull in, there's some people I want to talk to so I can gather some information.
Of course,
It should take that long.
of course, rushing causes mistakes. If we look like we're rushing, we look like we're up to something. So it's best to be as nonchalant as possible. So this is just a normal, everyday drop off and pick up.
Of
and-
course, we're trying to refuel, get what we need, and then go off on another job for the GBD, whatever it is.
So
No,
GBB.
we don't even have
GBD.
to tell them that we just have another job. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
or not take another job. Just we need a break. So Miss Kitty is going to collect the data. She's going to pat Genesis on the head, and then she's going to strut off and go do the drop off and pick up.
All right.
I'm going I'm gonna follow behind Miss Kitty, but as we're going out, I'm gonna whisper over to the mechanic and say, if anyone goes towards Genesis, light them up.
You would be on the ship, right?
Yeah, on the ship.
Yeah.
Say that one more time for me. Sorry.
Oh, as we're going off, I want to lean over to the mechanic and say, if anybody goes towards Genesis, light them up, send the signal, and we'll come back.
The two little things with the metal mask was kind of look at each other, go, and Manny just goes, I'm going to stay behind on the ship. Manny is actually your medic here.
Oh, medic. Sorry.
So the other two don't really talk. You just kind of tell them what to do and they understand you. But either way, Manny's just like, yeah, I'll stay here. Then he goes, all right, come here, Genesis. And he like puts the ball back in. He goes, all right. And he just starts talking. And he goes, see you guys later.
I look over to Manny and say, next port, I'm buying your drinks.
You should ask Rafe. I can drink like a son of a bitch. Doors closed.
And I follow behind Miss Kitty.
Okay. So we have who's going where again?
I guess Miss Kitty and Jean-Luc are going to do the drop off and pick up.
And Captain Oka is going there as well.
Okay.
Rafe is going to try and get in contact with the Thieves Guild.
Okay. And all right, so we will head off and do a little bit of Miss Kitty and Jean-Luc heading over with Captain Oka, and then we'll cut over to you, Wraith, and then we'll go back and forth from there. So you guys separate your ways. Captain Oka and everybody head over to the main offices of the GBB. And when you get there, the person, because Captain Oka is behind you guys, he's letting you guys just kind of lead. And you see there's a person behind the attendant's desk and just, hi.
Hello. It's good to see you, darling.
Well, a pleasure to meet you too. Business?
Yes, a mission complete form and a money order pickup for completing said mission. I guess.
Okay. Do you have all the registration stuff? And you would have a tablet with you with all the stuff that you would have to hand.
Are we completing, Captain, my dear, are we completing registration today or next time?
And he goes, we'll come back to that. But here, and he signs off for the final form, and he goes, and done. Here you go. And he hands it over the data tablet to the person. He goes, all right, let me just see here. Job number, okay. And he types it into his computer, and you hear, boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have you two follow me.
Of course.
All righty. Oh, sorry, the three. The three of you follow me. And you're escorted to like this see-through. It's like one of those fog glass, and it just kind of opens up off the side of the desk. And goes, please, this way. And he walked down the hallway, and it's like it goes from this long hallway to this very big open office. And along the side of the walls is this like looking office, and he goes, right this here, please. Somebody will be with you in just one moment. And Captain Orca is just kind of like, he visually looks confused right now. And you guys are ushered into the room. The door shuts behind, and he goes, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the supervisor, and we'll be with you in just a moment. And you shuts the door, and you guys are left alone.
Probably high protocol surveillance due to a high intensity mission that we just did. Standard security procedure, she says nonchalantly as she's just looking at her nails.
You guys have not really been in this game too long, but Captain Orca is like, I've been doing this for better half than 2 decades, honey. I've done big jobs, and I've never had to been called back here before.
Sugar, you don't come from a military family. And when you see intense, what's the word? Situations that call for the uppers to directly speak to you.
Jean-Luc, make a perception check for me while we're talking. Just you.
Protocols like this tend to be a necessity. We were in a place that nobody should have been in the first place.
That's a 26.
You see a little blinking red light in the corner of the top of the ceiling.
I'm just gonna like put my hand down. It's like, hey, you know what? I don't, and I'm like trying to give if there's a way I can give a glance to both the captain and to Miss Kitty, just like saying, act calm, we're being watched. It's like, hey, everything's all right. We did our job.
Of course, she said, cool as a cucumber.
Miss Kitty,
She's
what's your
not
passive
fazed.
insight?
Passive insight. Ooh, it's very low. It's a 14.
14? Okay. I don't think you would notice this, but off passive, you start like talking like this, and Captain Orca he's already been kind of on alert, and he's like, right. why don't we just sit here and wait for this so-called supervisor?
I'm gonna look over to Orca and it's like, with all due respect, Captain, you keep being the money and we'll do the work. All right, just like we did back there. I get you. I understand you. It's fine.
What's the matter,
You-
sugar? You look a little
And
antsy.
you see like just a look in his eyes, like, dude, play along. If there's
If you
like,
start
perception.
acting up again, then you might be getting paid less on the next job. That's all I want to say. And at this point, you can hear a slight finger tapping on the glass door. But it's like glass walls, glass door. And it's like very, very like ornamental type. Like it's
I
very
feel like we're
lovely
in a
to look
fish
at.
tank.
Mhm.
Almost a think tank would be technically the term if you were like in a building like that. But yeah. But yeah, you do hear it. And this very elegant looking white, very pale skin elf with ears all the way back, these type of brownish tan indistinguishable marks that across his face like tattoos but almost like birthmarks. And he just comes in, astral elf, just it is a pleasure to meet all of you, the captain of the fish out of water. I've heard many good things of you, Captain Oakstone Raw. He goes, yeah, yeah. Who are you? He goes, my name is Sebastian. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am one of the head liaisons within the GBB. He goes, all right, what are we doing back here? I just wanted to congratulate you on the successful mission personally and to receive the findings directly. And Captain Oak goes, okay. And you see him pull out like a little data card and he hands it to him. He goes, very well. And he puts it in, like he sits down at the table very elegantly with the data chip and he puts it into the slot and waits and watches all the stuff pop up very fast. And he goes, yes, yes. Oh, lovely. Seems that you have achieved everything for the data that was required. Now, did you by chance stumble upon anything else while there?
A
And Captain Orca like pulls out an arm from the buzzsaw thing, since Miss Kitty said that we should say like this was that, and he just go, yeah, this.
the security system.
Oh, those are the repo drones. They actually dismantle old bases, and we put a halt to them during that time.
I'm gonna just pipe up and say, not to be disrespectful, but I show all the like burn holes in my trench coat and my armor and everything. Say they weren't quite disconnected.
He goes,
Yeah,
oh,
that there were some complications to the extraction, as she kind of gestures to her companion.
James, do come in. And you see the person that led you here comes in and goes, please. And he points over to your jacket and your like clothes and stuff. And you see James pulls out like this little gun and he goes to the back and starts scanning it. And it seems like it's filling in with the same material and just.
I want one of those.
And it looks like it never was even harmed at that point. There you go, sir. And he goes, you can leave now, James. I do
No
apologize.
complaints was intended. I just want to let you know that
I do love looking my best myself. And he is like fully, he is a astral elf decked out in a 3-piece suit. He's got like the very amazing vest, and his tie is like this swirl of galaxies that are moving simultaneously in it. and it's just, and he has like these the earrings that got the chains that come down, and he's just looking at you like, but is there anything else?
So this is some out of character knowledge for everyone else here. Well, not Miss Kitty, but would I be used to this sort of aristocrat? Like the type of person who is like presenting
Oh.
themselves in sort of a fashion,
Oh,
and
you're
I
asking me?
could
Absolutely. You would register that you know this type of snootiness dealing with people from your back in the day, but you've never directly dealt with this person. Um, you would may have heard some names, but you've never heard Sebastian before.
yeah. I'm looking for just recognizing personality and type. So I'm just gonna change my inflection of voice and be like, honestly, we got what we could from the situation. Based on the defenses that were already there, that you already repaired my coat, which I greatly appreciate. I can't even begin to tell you how much I can thank you for that. This is some rare material.
It is quite amazing the advancements that the GBB can hold.
Oh
We
yeah,
owned
no, don't even.
all the
I
corner
could.
market within I'm trying to think I want to say rebuilders, but
I'll go ahead and interrupt as they're saying, it's like, no, I tell you, I greatly appreciate that. I can only tell you that is only evident of what we faced going in here to get this information. And then just being attacked while we're there. Like we barely.
Yes, yes, yes. I do apologize about that. It seems that and he points to the buzzsaw hand and goes, it seems our little repos here have actually had a malfunction and they wanted to resume work. And they read everything as a non-bio organic material. We got the sensors as soon as you all entered, and we tried our best on our end, but we couldn't be. We cut all ties there, so we only get small alerts.
Of course, that's basic protocol.
And you
I
do
get you there.
remember
And
that
like
the entire space station was like on low power as well.
Mhm.
So it was like, it's one of those things, like not everything was fully in response. You could have restored the power if you went into that boiler room and actually like went around maybe, but
no, I put my hand on his,
do
like,
that, unfortunately.
I put my hand on his, like, no, I get it. That's perfectly fine. I'm not complaining at all. I just want to let you know that there are very few vessels that can escape a white hole, especially from an attack. We're being attacked and escaped this situation. We got everything we possibly could for you.
That Miss Kitty kind of opens up her little clutch and she pulls out the photos that she got from the I guess it was the rest area that they were in when the attack happened. So she pulls out the individual photos for she's guessing the workers were sleeping there. So before the that, she points to the saw and just looks very disturbed, and she hands the elegant looking man the photos of family members and whatnot. If the workers are still around and would like to collect these, this was all I could grab before those attacked, unfortunately.
I see. So this is all the findings that you have for me today.
Unfortunately, yes, sugar.
Everything else
He pulls
is
his
wiped
hand
out.
back from Jean-Luc's, from you touching, and he pulls back and he goes, I see. Well, it's unfortunate that the Bulldog will no longer be a part of the GBB Association since we don't condone other members to fight along with us. But I would also argue that you would all lie to me. Where is Genesis? And you see him pull up a recording of the laboratory of all of you standing there talking. Doesn't have audio, but it's there. And the next thing, it cuts out because that was the point where all of you like kind of ran out. And it's like one of those like slow motion captioners. So it's like small, like short pictures that show you all there.
Mhm.
And he begins to stand up in his desk and he goes, I
Does
will not have this. I belongs to me.
does he have, looking at the caption, it just shows us talking to it? It doesn't show the captain putting it into
It shows you get it's in small pictures. It shows you talking.
Uh-huh.
It shows you guys there. The next
Uh-huh.
picture, you're gone, and so is Gnosis.
So it doesn't
watching
have the
too much
picture
D20.
of the captain taking Genesis.
It doesn't have anything about who. It's like small captured pictures.
Okay.
Like it's like a motion sensor went off and sent
So
out.
it has no proof. Does it also
Captain O-
Saint,
does it also show Miss Kitty trying to get the thing out?
It shows you guys there
Uh-huh.
talking. It shows a picture that flashes up what looks like to be something like Captain Orca's turning. Doesn't show him throwing anything. It does show all of you blurry sprinting out of that room as you guys were hearing the Clockwork Forest waking up.
Wow, honey,
And
we
he-
left it.
that is something that we couldn't control. Are you sure that he doesn't have something that we didn't obtain?
Then you would have no issue with me searching your ship.
Absolutely not, sugar. DM, how far are they from where they are to the ship?
You're a good little amount away. He
Like,
goes,
are we more than 6 miles or less than 6 miles?
it's a space station, so no, you're not more than 6 miles.
Okay, so while
not
this
on
is
the
going
arc.
on, Miss Kitty mind connects to their dear old sweet mechanic, and she warns them, "Sugar, you better hide our little guest. Company's coming now."
And Captain Orca seems a little bit like strenuous at this situation as you see through the fog glass window marching out what looks like to be people like
Huh.
in unison marching in front of the door, and he goes, I guess we'll just have to hold you here till the inspection's done.
That is perfectly fine, sugar. We have nothing to hide. But if you would be so kind, may I use your communications device? I would like to actually contact family. It has been a while for me.
No.
Please.
And he opens the door and you see 6 armed guards come in and goes, you see Captain Orca just looks over and goes, I think we should run. I think we should just come.
It's no.
I think we
We
should just
have
come.
we have done nothing wrong. We have done our missions. This is
John, look, he gives you that look of,
I look over at Miss Kitty and it's like,
he's looking
I'm
you
sorry,
at-
ma'am.
He's giving you the eyes of like, if I ever wanted you to be yourself at any point in time, this is the point that I would love you to be
Oh,
that.
okay. No, I look over to Miss K and say, I'm sorry, ma'am. I draw my pistol and start shooting.
Orca
Yeah.
joins you, starts shooting for the glass, and he begins to book it.
Hold on. For shooting, is this high-ranking individual in the room with us?
He's like kind of sitting there, so it's like you're shooting past him. You see all the guards are running past, and there's a one window slant that's open to where you can shoot, not hit anybody, just fucking bolt right out of there.
So first shot, I'm gonna shoot through the window.
Okay.
You don't even have to shoot. You don't have to roll for anything. This just happens. You guys, you see
Are we like
Captain
in a
Orca
glass
watches
box
you.
or something?
The first shot that you shoot doesn't go. Captain Orca shoots it. Both of you begin to start to run out of there. We cut over to Wraith.
Oh,
Wraith, you begin to search the space station, and I would like you to give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Give me advantage because you know like the Thieves Guild, so you kind of know how to like go around to search the certain areas.
$19.
19, easily for you. You go through and you you haven't been to this one at this station yet since you've been docked here, but you go around and you notice that there's like this garbage can, and the symbol that has the trash can on it, like recycle, you notice that in Thieves Can't, it actually says throw away your guilt, come down. And basically all you got to do is just move side the trash can, start going down the ladder, move it back, and you head down. And it's like a bustling little city within the inner works of the walls and the pipes.
This reminds me of home.
You begin to walk around, and you can do whatever you like at this point. This at this point is the other two would be traveling and getting there, and they're in the waiting room right now. So this is you during that time.
Okay. I want to look out the nearest information broker.
Okay. How's it going, Mike? What you looking for?
So I have this little problem. There's this ship.
We all, my friend.
Yes, yes. There's this ship that keeps popping up and going after me. I don't know why. Just trying to figure out what they have against me. So do you have any information about the Bulldog?
I may, for the right price.
Well, I just finished the job, so I have a little coin. I make a coin appear in my hand and then disappear. The spin.
About. And he looks through his stuff and he pulls out a file on a data pad and goes, got a little bit of something on the Bulldog. Let's say 300 credits.
Let's see how much I actually have. That just depends on the information. As far as I know, you could just have the names, and I know most of their names. I just want to know why they're after.
Yeah. He doesn't show you or let you hold the pad, but he flicks through and it looks like he shows you at least 2 to 3 years of port dockings for that ship, the Bulldog. And he's just, well, I got a little bit of dirt on where they've been, what they've been doing. Does that sound a little bit better for you? Cargo, other things of that nature, destinations.
You have information on where they've been coming from?
That would be in the location, sir.
Okay.
I have a complete file for the last 3 years. If you want it, 300 credits. Not a credit less. Or you could try to go somewhere else. Sure, there's other sleazy dirtbags down here that would help you.
I mean, but that's where you get the best information from.
Well,
Fine.
maybe you've made your mind then.
I give them the 300 credits.
You are good, sir. Pleasure doing business with you.
I got one more question for you. Do you have
What's
any
that?
schematics around? Or do you know who I can talk to about schematics?
Hold on. Rolling a luck check. I don't have any, my friend, but why don't you try Janice's down the road? She might be able to help you.
I nod at him and slap 50 more credits down on the table and leave.
He just doesn't. He takes it. doesn't even think twice. You put it down, and the moment that you put it down, he's already scooping it.
Yeah. Thank you. And then I go.
All right. You head down to Janice's as you're there, and she sitting there looking like she's tinkering on something, putting something together currently at the moment. Hello, how are you?
Pretty good in yourself.
Very well, yes. Are you looking for some type of new tech? Anything custom made? I do everything. She's
Well-
like a big orcish lady as well, soft spoken.
Well, my ship just came back in. We're in the middle of a little bit of trying to spruce it up a little bit. So I was just browsing what you have. I mean, it's easier to get stuff down here than up there. You know how they are. They're all
Well, if
CBD.
you're looking for ship modifications, I have here, and she holds up like this regulator for shields, and he goes, I have something that can boost your shields a little bit more. This one actually is able to turn kinetic energy ammunition into photon energy weapons for ammunition. It's a converter. You put regular ammunition in it, and it can actually shoot out ionic beams. So, and she goes into like this thing of like, so most shields, energy weapons don't go like when it's an ion beam, they hit your shields and start taking damage. But if they shoot you with kinetic weapons, you're actually hitting somebody's like through their shields and into their hull points directly. It's a little bit harder to get because you need like torpedo like ammunition basically to shoot through, but it doesn't defer anything. But it would be one of those things like I have regular ammunition built up and the option to shoot photon or kinetic at the same time.
And you had the schematics for these, right?
Oh,
Or you're really
those are that's my special design. I would never sell that, but I do have and she pulls up like this big binder, and it's like I do have some schematics here that I could copy over for you. Let's say starting depending on certain ones 100 gold depending on which ones. And she like opens it up. It's like stealth, shields, hull, and it goes through a whole bunch of different shit that you can try to think of. So what are you looking to try to get here?
power, stealth, and power and stealth right now.
Okay, so you're trying to get schematics to boost power to the engines, or power for what? Because it's got to be a specific. It can't just be overall power, and that's because of the ship upgrade. So you have to go to a freighter size and then upgrade your whole.
Considering that we're trying to keep Genesis, if Genesis is, we're in the port and Genesis is
Okay,
building
so
stuff.
general power is what
Yeah.
you're looking for. Okay,
Yeah.
easily enough. For both, that would be 50 credits for the general power, since it's not a specific. You're just trying to boost up a little bit. You're just basically putting a converter box to make sure that it doesn't short out anything for the ship, and Gnosis can fully run synthesizing the stuff.
Okay.
With respect, it will recharge those batteries, so it won't take like a long time for you to synthesize things, you know. But the you said that after that you got shields, and what was the last one?
Either stealth or cloaking, something that helps with us with
Okay,
hiding.
a stealth okay, yeah, that one will be 100. If you want, when you that one is specifically as a base for 100 credits. You can get a base stealth modulator that when going through like a stealth thing with your ship, it rolls with advantage. You can get the next version up, which will completely there won't be any trace of you on the map, right? And like you'll still be visible if somebody pulls up to you. Or you can get the third level, which is your ship, everything turns invisible, everything you're not on anybody's radar, no one's map or anything, and it goes 100 for the base, 300 for the second one, and then it is 700 for the third one. And these are just basic ones. There are even better ones that, because regardless of what you're doing, there's modifiers that can go around those. There's always tech that can do that, you know, but those are like the really decked out ships depending on who your enemies are. But it's the thing of, you're going to get the base thing for 100, where you guys going to be rolling stealth, and you are going to get advantage on all the stealth rolls. And if you turn off your comms, you won't this is general. If you turn off your comms and go dark, you won't be on anybody's radar, but that will also mean you won't be able to see anybody as well. So you can just buy the base and just turn off your comms and like all that stuff, and do it that way, and then work your way up until you can get those mods.
Start with the base now, because all of this is coming out of my personal funds.
All right. We are actually, I just saw the message from Doofus. We're going to be stopping here because as we head back real fast, because you're going to complete all that stuff, get what you need done, Rafe. Is there any more stuff you want to do there?
No, I was just getting information.
No? Awesome. Okay. So with that, we just cut back over to the other guys. Change the scenery, fast pace, as all of you begin to rush out of the GBB, racing for the doors. All of you now escaping. Do any of you want to let Wraith know what's happening? You do have local comms here, so.
Beth, honey, please finish up what you're doing. We need to get back to the ship.
I'm not doing anything.
No,
What makes you think I'm doing something?
The captain got antsy and blew our cover, so the jig is up. So finish your shopping and let's go.
Again? Fine.
Again. And she's screaming at
the mess has hit the fan. Repeat, the mess has hit the fan.
Yelling at
All
the
of
two
you
chuckleheads. I'm just
to
going, I tell
run.
you time and time again. You need to work on your nerves as she's just flinging a lightning bolt.
I'm sorry. I have to listen to you more.
She's
And is
flinging
running.
lightning bolt at an eldritch blast. She's
I would like
stop
all of you
flying.
to roll initiative as we race back to the ship as the GBB chases behind you is where we will leave off until the next time. I am your galactic DM. Thank you for soaring through the stars with us tonight. A little announcement. Check out Monday, Little Planet Gaming. Check out us previewing our first episode just airing tonight on YouTube for the Mayhem Gaming channel. Go check that out. Wednesday is Ruleless Legacy. Friday is Eric Dune Rising. So check it out. Say bye-bye, Rocketeers.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Rocketeers.
Aquateers.
Bye-bye.